Well. Go deep in the archives here of the old, doop. Uh, yep. Mapping here to do. Yesterday I took a little stroll out into Lowell, Massachusetts. I was gonna go visit the site of the, not the Pawtucket. Is it Pawtucket? No, Pawtucket. Yeah, the, Indian tribe that live along the Merrimack River in Lowell. But I ended up once again getting pulled in a direction. And I have driven down Route, was it 13? Multiple times. I love going by this river. I love looking at the river. I took a picture of an actual diner I used to go to when I was a kid in Lowell. Get this big, huge burger and fries, man. It was damn good. Actually, let me pull that picture up. It's the Alice Cooper. What the hell that? Alright. Where the hell is it? Oh, don't even tell me. Oh, there it is. Don't even tell me I didn't get it. That little diner here, as you see, it's called the Owl Diner. And I used to go to that diner when I was a kid. My father used to bring me out there. Because I used to go to Lowell a lot. So, I mean, when we used to come out from Air, we used to go through Route 13 or whatnot, Pepperell Way and all that. Come out this way, drive down this, and I'd always be staring at the river and, loving every goddamn minute of it. It's about a wonder why. It's a Native American that sets in my blood. This area right here, big, huge area, and this is not too far, mind you, from the stone on this road, that where the Indians used to live. And when I got a feeling now, this goddamn feeling, and I passed a cemetery yesterday. Woodland, Woodland. Well, it was Woodland Cemetery in Lowell. For some reason, I started going on these back roads because I went the wrong damn way. I got cut off from something, and I ended up, not being able to turn around, and it would have been a pain in the ass to go back the way I was. So frig it. Plus, I didn't have much time. I forgot my son had a half a day, so I had to head back out to Fitchburg to pick him up. But as I'm traveling, and I believe I was on this road back here. And yeah, I was on this road. Right there. Didn't even know, but I got this feeling. Once again, that feeling dragged me to something. And wouldn't you know what? Come to find out. Put on my little pen down here. Works wonders. Right here we have the bowling alley. Huge bowling alley. That's the end of the parking lot. Alright? So, but in between the end of the parking lot in this area and over here. Oops. Let me erase that. I'm too far over. Jerk. Stupid dink. How do I get that pen back up? Ooh. Oh. Shit. Oh, I don't want that. Maybe I do. Let me change the color here. I forget how to get the pen back. Oh, bear with me. Jerk. Hey. Jerk off. Ah! Funny. God damn you. Oh, I gotta hit the eraser. Ha, dumbass. So, if I park here and walk through here, which I'm not gonna do, but someone said I found this whole article. I'm gonna go through a little bit of it. But supposedly from here, and they walked in, maybe in this area, this wooded area, is a cemetery. But when I punch it in, it says it's rightfully in this area. But someone told me, not someone, an article told me that it was at the end of the bowling alley parking lot. So I gotta do a little footwork checking this out. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to this part because it's freaking, as you can see, houses, and then you got this big gravel pit area. I don't know if that's still there. I don't know if they were building there, I forget. I have to check, but all in all, I got dragged into this back road. Of course, while I was driving, everything resembled Native American stuff. Rock walls, all kinds of crap that went down. And of course, it's near the rock where they said Native Americans lived, the Pawtuckets. Not the Pawtuckets, the other P Indians. I can't even freaking remember their damn name. Pennacook. No. Shit. Maybe the Pennacook. Or Pawtucket. One of the two, whatever. Indian tribes, damn it. Native Americans. Gotta stop calling them that. But anyways, as I'm getting pulled through this road, I immediately saw that cemetery, which was a big key to this. And let me go to it right now. Right here. I saw the cemetery. I'll get the name of it right now. So, the oldest burial ground in Lowell. Oh, it was the Pawtucket. Jerk. So the Pawtucket tribes lived near the falls. And actually, I was supposed to go to that. Due to my King Philip War, Great Chief Metacom was supposed to go to them falls, but he didn't. He ended up with his tribe going out to Turner Falls to where the Turner Massacre occurred. So, too bad they didn't go to the Pawtucket Falls, because a lot of Indians would have still been living, but they got ambushed. And that sucked. But this cemetery, I looked up, and they call it the Clay Pit. I looked up also the Clay Pit Cemetery. And it's on the borderline of Lowell and Drake, it is right. You ride right into Drake, I believe. So, it's in the mix of right to Lowell. That whole route, leads into Lowell. So, but they say it's in Drake, and I think it's on almost near the borderline. But still, the Pawtucket tribe lived through all that area on the side of the river. And where them rocks, and there's a path that I saw out there. Oh yeah, you could tell that was a Native American path, and they got some signs too up there I gotta check out. I believe they're, history signs or whatnot. But, but I think this cemetery is more than just an early settlers' cemetery. And the Clay Pit, they said that this cemetery, for some reason, kept getting abandoned, kept getting not taken care of, and for whatever reason, it got grown over. This article just says how it literally kept not getting the proper care. It got grown over. 91, some punk kids went in there, did some destroying of it, but it always stayed covered in brush. I think they might have cleaned it up by 2015 or something down there, but supposedly Reverend Parker had been buried there in 1765, but was moved in 1880. They said there was like 12 stones left there or something. There was some other stones, maybe 24, because they say 12 stones were still there, and then another 12 stones. The stories just led into the big circle of bizarreness because people just can't get how it, got taken care of. And Pierce and Colburn Cemetery, burial grounds and their names. I think these two people were in this too, and they're, high respectable people. But I think, honestly, why this cemetery got pretty much left in the dust, and I think this is like one of the stones that was there, a grave fragment at the clay pit site. So, I mean, I honestly think, because of the vibes I was getting, that the Native Americans lived on this and maybe cursed it. Because they still have no, record or resurrection of why this damn cemetery got not taken care of. And everything, destroyed, buried, or, just... that's all that it says through this article. Numerous times this person tried to go clean it out, but everybody just gave up on it. They clean it out, and something would go wrong, and they wouldn't go back. So that leads me to believe that I think that something more dark is there, like a curse is right. Because if they went in there and they probably seen something, no one wanted to probably say nothing. Because back in 1880, yep, I want to say a lot of asylums were built in Massachusetts. And, of course, back in them days, you start talking about ghosts and stuff. You're getting locked up. So I think Native Americans haunted this, kept it from getting, done up. And that's why they can't figure out, or even if that's the case, I swear to God, that's why they didn't make no record of it. They didn't want no one thinking, oh, they're crazy, there's spirits there, something evil, da-da-da-da, just leave it alone. Maybe people will forget about it, but people didn't. It was in books and stuff, people wrote about it, but I honestly believe that they did not go forth with keeping this up with it due to the fact that they buried people on a cursed land. And rightfully, that part of Pawtucket Falls, like I say, was a huge part in the King Philip War. They would retreat there a lot of times. But that one time that they didn't, left them to the massacre once again. So I rightfully believe that where Lowell's full of history, and there's some caves something was out there that I was supposed to look into, but I didn't. And I think it leads right to Native Americans too. But this is a story I need to tell. It drew me in, I tell you. And I ended up on the other side of the, I was behind the regional school of Lowell and Dracut, the high school. And I was like, oh, damn. And the only reason why I say this land was cursed again, not only the falls, now mind you, remember, the golf course in Dracut Lowell used to be Native American living. They lived on that friggin' island. And Jonathan Tings, get the hell out of here, pretty much ripped off the chief for that land. And like I said in the story, I have the Tingsboro Mansion up, videos if you want to check that out. Hell, I even got a figure hung in a tree in that graveyard, the Tingsboro Tings graveyard. That area I think is very cursed because they lost that island. They got ripped off. And there was a rock I have a picture of that I went to near the Tingsboro Mansion, Tings Mansion. where the chief used to sit and look at his island that he lost. So I rightfully believe, because this is not too far from that golf course, excuse me, that that land's cursed, and that's why this graveyard got unsettled and left alone. That's right. Something pulled me there again. And just to even find out about this, it's like, wow. And then the clay pits, I want to say, I'm not too far sure, but I do believe that northern Indians or eastern Indians, you got the west, you got the east, you got the Mohawks and the Crows out west, you got the Wampanoags, you got the Nipmucks out here east. I believe they used to do pottery, and they do claim that they used clay, rock, and dust, and break up the rocks and make dust or whatnot to make pottery. I think maybe the Eastern Indians did that too. And I'm thinking that the clay pits have a big, huge part. Something to do, when I seen that they said they are clay pits, I had a huge feeling something with clay was done by the Native Americans. So that's why I'm taking a huge thing into this. I tell you, I think something happened there. I think it's cursed. And that's why this cemetery has never been fully restored, because something is just keeping them out. I think they have managed to get to it, but I gotta find it. But like I say, when you pop this, the stupid cemetery on the map, it comes up to the other direction. Let me go back to that. Like I say, over here, it says it's over there, but when I read that article I just had up, someone said they went in from the bowling alley into somewhere in here. But as you can see, there's a lot of development in here now. Back in 92 was probably the last time that, someone that in that article supposedly went to try and clean it up. And the power lines are in there now, so who knows what's in there, or even if they even moved it. Because they did move it back in the 1800s, like it said. Maybe they gave up on it, who knows, but they did say by the end of the article, the cemetery crew of the other cemeteries in Lowell or Drake or whatnot did get in there and properly clean it up, but who knows. And this is the thing, you think about it. Cemeteries being moved. This one, I believe, is cursed. So let me go on a map real quick. Oops. Clay pit. Give you a little understanding or a little mapping here. Come on. Peters Road. Why didn't that come up? Damn. Cemetery. We get bear with me. There it is. Well, it does say Lowell and everything, but that's why I say I believe it's on the Lowell Drake line. And see, here it is. And I was on this road. That is, I'd seen that Vanmum Ave, but this is where they say the Clay Pit Cemetery is. And over here is the bowling alley someone spoke of. There's the bowling alley. Wait a minute. No, that's the Lowell City Water Utilities. Oh, that's why. Water Utilities. As you can see in the screenshot, that wasn't there. It was a whole big dirt area. Oh, no, there it is. Booms Americas. Oh. Yeah, I do believe. Oh, there's the damn thing. Old Ferry Road. That's spoke of in the article. So, yeah, I don't know, man. They say Old Ferry Road and Vanham. It's in between there. But then it comes up over here. So, I don't know. Maybe originally it was there and could have been moved over here. And like I said, the person said they came out. Here's the bowling alley. rapid micro bowl streams. The hell is that? What? Thought there's a bowling alley. What the fuck? Alright, something screwy here. Oh, damn well. Wow. Now it's got me thinking. I know I'm going back out here anyways. Huge. That was a freaking. That ain't the bowling alley. What? Well, maybe the bowling alley's over here in this parking lot. They made one. I don't know. Damn. How friggin' old is this? All I know in that article, Old Ferry Road is mentioned. So maybe I got it messed up. The bowling alley? Oh, maybe. Shoot. This has got to be an old Google's map. But I know that bowling alley I see every time. I drove out there a lot at that time. Even back in the friggin' mid-2000s. I want to say I've seen that bowling alley. I got a lot of going to do with this. There's the Elks Lodge. That's mentioned. That's what's confusing me, because this parking lot don't have the bowling alley in it. Bolio Low, is that it? Maybe that is it. Winner's Circle Pro Shopping and Bowler. Oh man. Damn. Well, maybe it is over here. Shit. All in all, I gotta get out there. Clay Pit Cemetery. I thought that was the bowling alley, but I'm wrong. But, anyways, it's out there in the woods. But, come down here. Show you one thing. I mean, this whole land, I believe, was infested with Native Americans. And the falls are right here. There's a landmark right in this corner, as you can see. So yeah, this Lowell was huge residence of Pawtucket Indians. And you can see how far down where that cemetery is to them falls. As you can see, right here and here. And as you can clearly also see, the fields, the state forest, that's indications when you know Indian tribes lived. And all in this area that I talk about on the back road that I drove down. All back up in here, there's rock walls, paths, and everything that indicate Native American living. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. And like I said, I got dragged into this area. I was supposed to stop at the falls, but I ended up going in this area where Domino's Pizza is and turning there, here, and everywhere. And I ended up right over there. And yep, that's where it led me. But till that next video, be safe, take care, and respect your Native Americans. Check it out. Out.